Hey all, welcome to Star Wars: The Old Republic. This is going to be kind of a real short video on a game that I have been playing since it started 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. It started off, of course, you were only able to go up to level 50, and a lot of people bitched and moaned, and there wasn't a lot of content stuff. And honestly, there are people that like me that love this game, and those that just like to go out and bitch about it. But the ones that go bitch about it are still playing the game. They're just taking time away to go and bitch about it. I'm not here to bitch about it. I'm here to tell you how nice the game is, and just kind of give you an introduction to the game. Because unlike Minecraft, where I just really never had any luck with server play, that sort of thing, and my Minecraft viewers, I'm sorry this isn't a Minecraft video. I'm just taking a little bit of a hiatus from that for a while, and figured I would show you. Hold on a second. I gotta spray a couple of cats that don't know how to leave stuff alone, and yeah, get them running. Cats are wonderful things. This is my stronghold. This is player housing in the game, but that's probably for another video. Let's just talk about what Star Wars is. Star Wars is an MMO, massive multiplayer game, uh, role-playing game on some servers, depending on what you're on. I don't. I'm just playing on Jedi Covenant, which is one of the servers. It's not. It's just a regular server. It's not role-play. I'm sure there's people on here that do, but it's not a designated role-playing server. Um, you're going to, there's a referral link that's going to be down in the description of this video. That referral link will give you 7 days free play. And I think if you subscribe, you kind of get a reward. And depending on like how many people subscribe or play, then of course I would get rewards too. So it's good for kind of both of us. You get some little toys, I get some little toys. So that's all cool. But it'll let you experience the game unrestricted for 7 days. Now, this is a free-to-play model game now, and I think they're probably making a mint on it because just so many people, when I watch videos on SWTOR, they go to the cartel market, which mine is kind of hidden up here. But you can see, as a subscriber, you get like 500 or 600 of these cartel coins every month. When your subscription renews, you get those coins. And with that, you can, of course, go through here and buy stuff. Then, of course, you have collections. But then again, those are all future videos. We just want to talk about the game. So you'll get on, of course, and then you'll go through character creation. You'll either be able to pick Republic or Imperial. My guys, for the most part, are Republic. I do have one Imperial character that's still active. I've actually played through all of them. All the class stories, and that's what makes this MMO different from so many others, the class stories. So let's kind of just go into your login screen here. What you'll see when you log in after you create your first character. You can change his face, height, weight. You can pick a body type. You can change the hair. When you log in, this is kind of what you'll see. Your first character will be up here. You can see I have several. I'm kind of an alcoholic. I like to play different characters. Now, each class has its own story. The Jedi, this is a trooper, Vanguard trooper. On the other side, it's the alternate is a bounty hunter. Let's go in here to preferences and let's shut off music. I don't want to get anything saying that I'm taking music, so we're going to just turn that off. So each class has a story. It'll take you to level 1 all the way up to level 50 to get through your class story. Now, you can see that the max is for current subscribers is 65. The subscriber allows you to go into the Knights of the Fallen Empire storyline, which is awesome. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. Uh, it's cool. It's a very nice introduction to that new storyline. It's very cinematic. It takes a little while. It takes a few hours to play through it all. There's not a ton of gameplay in there, but it's a lot of story, and it's really neat to kind of go through and see where you're at in this world. But 1 through 50, you'll go through your class stories. Some of them are awesome. Some of them are just hilarious. The smuggler by far is the best. That guy sleeps with every woman that he comes in contact to, even one that is trying to kill him. So that one is great. Both Imperial and Republic side, I enjoyed the stories. They're all different. Um, None of them are. They're not alike. Now you'll see here, like these two have the same emblem. Both of these are starting tunes exactly the same, but the way these classes work is like the trooper. You'll start off as a trooper, and then at level 10, you'll be able to branch off. You can either become a vanguard, which is what this guy is, or crap, I'm not sure what the other guy is. But if we we'll go in here and like create a character. Um, so if we choose a character real quick, you'll see trooper. Let's say we pick trooper here, which is already picked. And then we look at advanced classes. They'll either go commando. That just sounds funny. You're going to go commando in the game? Well, there's a lot of people that do. So, hey. This is the healing kind of side and DPS side. You can either be a tank or heals. Depends which way you want to go. And then alternatively, you can just go damage. And each one is a little bit different on how they play. Recently, I've played Vanguard Shield Specialist since launch, and recently I switched over and tried out Plasma Tech and Tactics. I'm kind of leaning towards Tactics. Being a tank is very, very nice. You can take a lot of damage. The only downside is you don't put out a lot of damage, but you can hold aggro in a group. Of course, as a combat medic, you can heal your group. The commando also carries the biggest gun in the game. It's a huge, massive gun. Then you got your smuggler classes. I now have one of each. I use my level 60 instant level 60 token to make a gunslinger, which is these guys over here. And I'm playing sharpshooter right now. I haven't tried SWTOR Dirty Fighting just yet. And then my other guy is a scrapper, I believe, but he also has the option to go sawbones, which is heal. So this is all damage pretty much with heals. Sharpshooter uses dual pistols. I think to get dual pistols on the Imperial side, you have to do a bounty hunter. I think. I'm not sure. I only played through the Imperial long enough to get the class story so I could get legendary. And I just wanted to see their story, so it was pretty cool. And then on Jedi Counselor, now I do have both of these classes active. One is a Sage. He's your healer. My guy is a healer. That's what he's spec'd as. Or you can go damage. These guys are really, really good damage. They will own you in PvP, which I don't do a lot of because I suck at it. So you will never see it on a video. Mainly because I suck at it, but second because I lag so hard in there. Unfortunately, in this game, there is no way to turn down the I don't know what it's called, the number of energy bursts and just shot graphics kill me. In heavy combat, when everybody's shooting and there's smoke everywhere, I will almost be unable to move. And I heard that is a common problem with a lot of people. So, and I've got a pretty decent video card in this. I can run it pretty high. I keep it relatively low because it gets really dark, which is weird. The higher you go, the shadows and everything make the game just really, really dark. So I find medium or low works for me the best. I will turn it on very low, and if I do PvP, and it still will kill me. Then, of course, you have your Jedi Shadow. These guys are really cool. These are a stealth spec. That means they can go into stealth and kind of go past things. You may see that in a future video. The Smuggler Scoundrel is also a stealth class. They can stealth past stuff, make people unconscious so they're out of the fight, that sort of thing. Really neat class. Then, of course, you got your Jedi Knight. I have not played a Republic Jedi Knight Guardian, but I have played the Imperial side, which is Juggernaut. These guys are tough. They are very, very tough. Kind of like the Vanguard tank. They're very hard. They can take a lot of hits, but again, their damage compared to these what are called DPS classes is not anywhere close. Basically, you don't end the fight quickly, but you can take a lot of damage. And then, of course, the Sentinels are extremely hardy in DPS. They really put out the super numbers, both in PvP and the PvE sort of damage. All right, so I'm going to take a pause real quick, and we'll be back. All right, we're back, and we are in, damn it, Anchorhead. Yeah, right there, Anchorhead on Tatooine. Of course, you remember this from all the movies. This is the Dune planet type thing. Very, very sandy. We're here for Bounty Hunter Week. There are events all the time. You got your Bounty Hunter event. You got your Gree event. There's a Plague event called the Rat Ghouls. Just all different types of events that are spread out. They only run for about a week. And you build up faction. You get little rewards. Like right now you can see this is a Bounty Hunter Certificate of Accomplishment. This will give you reputation points. The higher the reputation, it unlocks more rewards that you can buy. You can see I'm maxed out for this week, but I'm continuing to do it because even though the event may be over next week, it will unlock that, and then I can keep gaining reputation points. I'm at that point right now where I've already got the contract, and I'm talking to these shady character guys to try to get information. They'll give you 3 different options. They'll either, like this guy, he didn't want to fight or anything, so he gave me information. He unlocked one. I already unlocked another one over here, but he should be respawned, so we'll go back over here again. They'll either fight you, give you information, or just say screw off. Then once you have 4 of these, you can, yeah, so she decided to say piss off. Now you do get some items every time you successfully get one of these. One's light side, one's dark side, an interrogation probe, or a friendly drink. But yeah, we're not really here to talk about Bounty Hunter Week, just kind of showing you an introduction to the game. So we'll show a little combat when we come back. I'm going to finish this up and then go out to the bounty guy and kill him, and we'll be back in just a sec. All right, we are here at our collection point. There's like 3 or 4, I think, on the planet where you go through the process and you get here. Now you notice I've got this chick following me around. She is my companion, Alara Dorn. If you're free to play, I think you can go up to level 60 now. I think they've given it to everybody up to level 60. If you do not start the Knights of the Fallen Empire, if you don't subscribe and start the Knights of the Fallen Empire, you'll end up with 5 or 6 companions, I think. And then, of course, you can buy 2 other ones. You can buy HK51 and a little one that I have not bought yet called Treek. And I didn't buy HK51. I went through the quest. But as a free player, now you can either go completely free, where there's quite a bit of restrictions, and I don't think you'll probably enjoy it, or you can go a premium free to play, which means you were at least a subscriber one time, or you've bought anything off the cartel market, and that lightens up a lot of restrictions that are there. There's the biggest restriction that I really notice in free to play, because I've gone free to play from time to time, is money. You really can't have more than, as a premium free to play, you can't have more than 350,000 credits in your bank, which really isn't that big of a deal because there's really nothing to spend money on in this game. If you spend money in this game, it's really just for vanity reasons. I was up to like 20 million at one time. I'm down to 7. I was actually all the way down to like 2.5. I bought a bunch of unlocks off the GTN instead of buying them off the cartel market, preparing for going free to play again. So I have those unlocks now. So if I do go free to play, I have access to things like helmet removal and color coordination, that sort of thing. And all that means is I can come in here and say, make all these uniform pieces, unify the colors. So if you have like red pants and a blue shirt, it's going to be based off of your chest plate. So if it's a blue shirt and red pants, you hit unify color, it's going to pick one of the primary colors and then put them down on your pants also. I guess the best place to see that, this is my current one. Yeah, you can kind of see it here. You know, the boots and the helmet and the chest plate are the same. Well, actually, the legs are that color too, but the belt isn't, so it kind of changes it, and the boots definitely are not, and it changes it to that same blue. Then up here, I have a similar set. This is actually a set. It's called the Dread Guard. It's all white, so that's not really a good example either. Bounty Hunter, it's all kind of gray. Yeah, it's my Snow Trooper suit. So money, really not a big deal. But you'll have 5 of these characters that they can follow you around. Excuse me. It used to be that each character had a role. Like one would be a healer, one was a tank, one was a DPS, and I guess the thing was that you were supposed to pick the right companion for what you were doing. But I think what most people did, I know what I did, is I always ran with Dorn here because she is a healer and I'm a tank, so it worked out. Now you have the ability to go down here and actually pick whether you want it to be a heal, tank, or damage. So you can just roll with whoever's your favorite companion. Some of them are annoying, and I don't know if they were designed to be annoying, but they're annoying. But when you get into the Knights of the Fallen Empire and you start going through, you'll see that you get a lot more companions. I can actually pick from here, from Koth Vortina, all the way down to Yoon down here. I can roll with any one of these guys if I want to. These are different stuff, and these are old companions of mine that I have not unlocked as of yet in the new expansion. It's I won't even go into the storyline, but she's your companion. They follow you around. There are certain times in storyline where you don't get a companion to be with you. Those fights they kind of suck sometimes because you're like so used to having them with you and doing their job that when you don't have them, you're like, oh shit. But what I'm going to do now is we're going to click this and we're going to fight this guy real quick, and that's going to be it for the video. Just a real quick kind of show of what we do for combat in this game. Now, you're not going to have this many abilities until much later. Much later. Oh, you're going to do that kind of stuff. I hate fighting on this bridge right here because I feel like he's going to knock me off somehow. There's a lot of voice acting in here. Ah, he stunned me. Okay. Ah, it made me waste my AoE. A lot of stuns. Lagging just a little bit because of the video. Recording a video there. I may have to adjust my settings a little bit, get that down. That just seemed like really laggy, slow to me. And I'm saying a whole lot. Probably because I just don't know what to say about that. That was depressing. I was really kind of felt slow. But again, you can see kind of all the effects that I may have to just turn off all the shadows and everything. Turn it on very low just for recording. Plus it'd be a little bit brighter. Looking at the kind of the video preview, it looks a little dark. Just all this is kind of a little dark. You turn it off and it's much brighter. So if you think the game's really dark, I suggest going to low settings. But I'm going to do some more on this. I always see a lot of people are coming to this game now, I think because of the Star Wars movie. And this is really one of the few Star Wars games out there, especially since they took away Star Wars Galaxies. What a shame. What a shame. They should have just gone free to play with that model. That was one of the best Star Wars games, hands down. That space game was awesome. The crafting in that, everything made in that game was crafted. It was made by a player. You could not go to a store or anything and get a decent suit of armor. You wanted a decent suit of armor, you had to find a crafter who could make the best. You wanted to get healed, you had to go find a doctor or an entertainer to get your heals on, to get your buffs. I mean, it was player driven economy. It really was, and it was like a super super game. But I think it was very difficult for a lot of people to understand a lot of the game mechanics, and I think that's what killed it. Is just people wanted easy mode, and when they added Jedi unlocks right from the get go, I think that just killed it for so many people. Because Jedi in that game are very very rare. Of course, what they did with this game, since everybody wants to be a Jedi, is they started it. If you've never played Knights of the Old Republic, the game 1 or 2. I suggest you go out and get them. I think they're really cheap on Steam right now. They're awesome games. Again, story driven, just like this. And so what they did here, if you never played those games, those are like 1,000 years or something before the current Star Wars. And then this one is hundreds of years after those. So this is well before the current movies, so they can get away with having Jedi running around everywhere, and the technology's a little different. You still have your R2 units and stuff, but they look a little different. Like this is a droid
As you command.
in this game. This is like your R2D2. You can see he's similar, but a little bit different. He's a companion. He can be a tank, healer, or DPS for you. Just depends what you want. So cool game all around. Go down there, try it out. Join me on Jedi Covenant. My main guy that I'm on is Mike right here. But if we go, let's shoot back to. Well, you can get me on Mike, of course. This guy right here, Regaris, is another one. Let's go in here. Hold on. Let's go look at our family tree here. The ones that I play the most that you'll catch me on. Where do I need to go? I need to go to family tree. Okay, here we go. Regaris, of course, he was my first player that I got on here, and I actually hated him to start. I could not stand the counselor because I got owned all the time. That's when I made the trooper. And then over here I have another. These three are the ones you'll see me on probably the most. Mike, Regaris, and Michael. That's my Sentinel. That's my healer. He's my DPS. That's my healer, and that's my tank. Normally, but not right now. But then, of course, I have several more that I play also. But those three, if you put those on your friends list, you'll see me pop up, and you give me a howdy. I am in a guild, joined about a week or so ago. A Light in the Darkness. They're a pretty good group. I ran a op with them. The very end of it, I guess. We cleared it Eternity Vault, which is pretty cool. But other than that, I haven't really seen them except on weekends. So, but a Light in the Darkness there. If you want to join up that guild, just I don't even know who the darn guild master is. I probably should ask him if I can do this. I think SWTOR of some sort of another. He's on different tunes, but I think they all kind of have that SWTOR in the name. He's one. But you can just if you do a who and just do a Light in the Darkness, it should show a list of whoever's on. Give them a tell and say, you want to join the guild or something. I don't really suggest joining a guild, honestly, until you are at your end game and you're advanced. If you do before then, a lot of people join guilds. Find one that is actually helpful. That's all I'm going to say. If you join a guild, if you've never been in a guild before, don't be afraid to leave. If you get in there and it sucks, leave. There's no point in making yourself miserable with people that they never talk in guild chat. They don't ever get on their vent or anything like that. Just stay away from those type of things. But this is a pretty good server. Put me on your friends list. Give me a tell. If I can help you out in any of your questing, we'll do that. Now, there is one thing I'll tell you real quick. You can see right here where it says 65, but there's that little down arrow to 30. Whatever planet I'm on, I'm going to go down to the highest level of that planet. Even though I'm level 65, on this planet, I am level 30. So, whatever your planet on, if you're on your starting planet where you're only level 5, well, I'll probably be level 10, but I can come by and help you out, and I would actually get experience if I could gain experience anymore. That is a recent change where you used to be able to go in, get max level. You could go back to level 1 planet and just pretty much own it because you could kill every single thing on it. That's not the case anymore because now whatever planet you're on, you were leveled to that planet. So I guess it was easier for them to do events that way. They didn't have to add a level 65 mob. They added level, planet normal mob, and then they just put you down to that level. So guys, that's it. Don't forget to use that. You want to try this out and join me here on Jedi Covenant. Don't forget to use that link on the page there. That's a referral link, like I said. That'll give you 7 free days, and you can get on here and play away. So, guys, I appreciate you kind of checking this out with me. And until next time, I will see y'all later.